Musel, welcome back to Melancholy Africa, where we heal nations and transform lives. Musel is a greeting from the Kamba community, and we do respond to it as Ne Musel. By any chance, do you find yourself loving to do things in a certain way? Are you structured? Do you love being out there, interacting with other people? Do you love taking the lead, making things happen? Or do you love supporting other people, being there for other people? This could be, among other reasons, as a result of your personality type. And that's why we need to ask ourselves, what is your personality type? There are four main categories of personality types, and we are going to look at each one of them and what it takes, what does it mean to have a certain personality type. The first one, it will be the sanguine. Sanguines, in other words, we refer to them as the expressive. And by that name, they love being out there, expressing themselves. And to a larger extent, they also refer to as the yellow, given the name yellow. Why? Because they love being seen. They will be the first ones to say hi when they're interacting with a new person. The second type of the personality type that we need to look at, it will be the melancholy. In other words, the analytical. They love analyzing details, and for instance, if you're engaging in a certain project, they want to know what it takes for the project to come to fruition, from the beginning to the end. They are so keen when it comes to the details. They're also very good when it comes to following order. They are so structured, and in a way, we say that they are also perfectionists. The third type of personality type that you want to look at, it will be the phlegmatic, and for them, we refer to them as the supporters. They are so good when it comes to, working with you, holding your back as you pursue a certain project. They tend to forget everything else about themselves, and they are so keen when it comes to supporting other people. A case example, it would be a person who is working in an organization and someone has, they have some bereavement and they have lost their loved ones. And for them, they'll do anything to ensure that they are comfortable and they are being supported in the best way possible. The last bit of the personality type that we want us to look at, it will be the colletics. And in other words, we refer to them as the drivers. And just like the name, they make things happen. These are the group of people that will ensure that a certain project, a certain vision comes to be. So they'll do anything. They'll do whatever it takes to ensure that whatever they are pursuing, it comes to be. They'll step on your toes. They'll step on your head, without even being considerate of how you're feeling. In other, to a larger extent, not even minding the welfare of the people that they are working with, just to ensure that they get to meet their goals and targets. To help us understand more about these personality types, I want you to think of a group that does consist of all these four personality types, and they're planning for a holiday. And when you have such an idea, the drivers, who are the cholerics, they will ensure that everything comes to be. If you had set a date, then by that particular day, you guys are going to they are going to ensure that you go for the trip. If you do have a sanguine, these are the people who won't even think about what are they going to do, the means in which they are going to use to get to their holiday destination, or even where they are going to spend in terms of a place to sleep, or even some activities to engage. For them, it's about the time, and they have to go for the trip without considering other factors. If you have a melancholy in that particular group, they will be the ones, getting to think about the details. How are we going to get there? And for what reason are we going to do? Are we going for the holiday? Why don't we go in a later date? And what are some of the things that we need to do to ensure that we also cut the cost? They are so keen with the details. And for them, we need a proper plan. We need to be clear with all the details regarding this particular trip. The last group, if you have a phlegmatic, these are the people who be so mindful about the welfare of all the participants. And to a larger extent, they'll be so keen, with reasons why person A and person B are not part of this particular trip. And they'll be so keen. They'll be asking other people to come in for them, to support them so that at least they also be part and parcel of this particular trip. So when you look at this will tell you that the different personalities that we have, they make us conduct ourselves in a certain way. And this is where you find that there's those small differences amongst the people close to you, around you. And I know you have noticed that there's a big difference between you and your best friend, or even between you and your friends at the workplace, or even at home in general. If you have siblings, you'll be able to pick the difference. So in other videos, we'll be looking at how these personality types do affect our relationships, and also how we pursue different careers, and lastly, how we do manage mental health related conditions in regards to the different personality types that we do possess. So in our next video, we'll be keen, into digging deeper, getting to see how our personality do influence the kind of a career we pursue, the kind of a person that we want to be, why some people are so good in a different career from another. And that's why I want you to subscribe, I want you to like, and also comment with the kind of a personality type that you have and how this does influence you. See you in our next video.